What up, what up, what up, New York Giant Nation? It is your boy, MacDaGiantsFan, coming back with y'all for the Season 3 premiere of the True Blue Prevue. The Dallas Cowboys visiting the New York Football Giants on Sunday Night Football. It don't get any better than this, man. This offseason has been up and down, highs, lows, everything in between. But I think the New York Giants have really set themselves up for a potentially really good season this year. This is a much better roster the New York Giants are rolling out, courtesy of Joe Shane and the moves he made this past offseason. None more controversial to many as the signing of Daniel Jones, giving him this money that people have tried to make a bigger deal out of than what it really is. He's really just received average quarterback money. They did not make a big, huge investment into Daniel Jones. They still want this kid to go out there and prove that he is the guy to move forward with. So people made this big deal about this contract as if, he got some kind of like just amazing money that no one else has ever seen before. No, he got average quarterback money, average starting quarterback money. So Daniel Jones, you got to go out there and prove that you deserve more. You got to go out there and prove that you're the guy for the New York Football Giants, because that's what that contract they gave you is. It's called a prove it contract. Now we want to give you a couple more opportunities, a couple more years to prove yourself. Go out there and show you deserve that big time money, like for instance Jalen Hurts got this past all season, or Lamar Jackson got, or what Joe Burrow is about to get, or what Justin Herbert got. Go out there and show you belong in that group, in that category with those guys. You got the weapons now to make some things happen, so excuses are completely off the table for this young man. He's got to go out there and he's got to prove all the doubters wrong, and I think he has the ability to do so. You just got to watch it happen and let it unfold. We only got a small sample size in the preseason of what this new look offense is going to be capable of, but it looked pretty damn impressive. Speed on top of speed on top of speed on top of speed. I'm telling you, this New York Giant offense is going to be looking like a track meet out there, week in and week out. The big plays, the category in which we came in last the season ago, with pass plays over 20 yards, I don't see that happening again. Not with the guys we got out there now, man. Not with the all-season trade for Darren Waller. Not with the third-round draft pick of Jalen Hyatt. Adding Paris Campbell into the mix. Getting Wan'Dale Robinson back off of injury, off of the PUP list, right in time for the season, man. We still got Sterling Shepard in this receiving group. Darius Slayton back for year number 2 in this offense, and Isaiah Hodgins, who came off who did really special things late in the season for the New York Giants. Expect some big things out of this young man as well. Man, I think we got some good red zone threats. With the addition of adding Darren Waller to this offense, I think that opens up things for Daniel Bellinger down in the red zone. So look for big things and special things from that young man, who also had a pretty solid rookie campaign a year ago that got a little screwed up with his injury too midway through the season. But I think look for special things from out of this offense. Saquon Barkley, we already know what the talent that Saquon Barkley is, and now defenses aren't going to just be able to come out there and load the box up on him, because he got receivers that have to be respected on the outside. So now that can open up things for all-pro running back Saquon Barkley, man, who absolutely can go out there and do some special things, and I think he will do some special things. He has a chip on his shoulder, and he's got something to prove, not just for himself, but for just running backs all around the league. Running backs have been disrespected by many feel, and I think Saquon Barkley is one of those guys that's going to go out there and show why running backs deserve to get paid like anybody else. So look for special things from Saquon Barkley. In particular in this game, he's known for having some big days against the Dallas Cowboys anyway. So I don't look for that to change this week in this game tonight against the Dallas Cowboys. But let's look into this offensive line because that's probably where things get a little dicey. In particular, a year ago, if you remember, week 3, Monday Night Football, this offensive line had a terrible night against the Dallas Cowboys, and particularly one Mr. Evan Neal, surrendering like 3 sacks in that game that night. Evan Neal, you got some things to prove, man. I think he worked really hard this offseason. He's done some things from what I can see that has looked like he is an improved version of what he was a year ago. So we'll see how it translates, man. This is a great test once again to see what this man's hard work has paid off for him, if it's going to all pay off. His footwork definitely looks a lot better, looks a little more comfortable out there. So hopefully things work out for Evan Neal. We already know what we got in all-pro left tackle Andrew Thomas. Not even concerned about him. The interior offensive line, we got some, the guard situation, doesn't leave you to be all that comfortable. But at the end of the day, I think these guys are capable. Glowinski, Brederson, I think will be more than capable of handling their business. Second round draft choice, John Michael Smith at center. I think this young man is the answer. He is the answer to everything this New York Giants offensive line needed, man. You got a capable center, a real center, a guy that's what he does. He plays the center position, and he plays it well. This guy's had an off season. This off season for this young man, he's looked like a solid vet out there already. I think this guy will be an all-pro center by year 2. I truly believe that in John Michael Smith, man. I think we got a good solid steal with that draft pick in round number 2 of this past draft in April, man. John Michael Smith, look for big things out of that young man from the center position for the New York Football Giants, and he could be the key to the success, like I said, to just gel all this together, man. And you got a center out there that really knows what he's doing, that's capable of getting the job done from that position, man. The center's like the leader of your offensive line, and I think this guy is up for the task, man. So I believe this offensive line has a lot to prove, but as long as they can get up and be more of the middle of the road offensive line as opposed to a back end of the league offensive line, I think this offense can absolutely thrive. Like I said, this just track-like speed out there, man. So it's going to be hard for defenses to keep up with the speed the New York Giants is rolling out to them. These guys can hang on to the football. If the offensive line can protect Daniel Jones, he's going to get the ball to these receivers, and it's going to be something really special to see, I believe. So hopefully this can all work out ever so perfectly like I'm explaining it, But that's why they got to go out there and play the game. I think this offense is up for the task, though, Sunday night against the Dallas Cowboys. Let's go to the defensive side of things, man. The main focus on defense this past offseason was that depth up on the front line, man. As we know, last year, Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence played entirely too many snaps a year ago, man. Entirely too many snaps. That had to change. Joe Shane brought in some depth pieces to help add to the rotation up there and be able to give these guys a blow, man. Guys like Nacho, Big Nacho, I love the guy's energy. I love his personality. I love what he brings to the table, man. And hopefully guys like him will be able to come in and fill that role and do what's asked of them and do what's needed to help elevate this defense a little bit. Like keep Dexter Lawrence, keep Leonard Williams a little more fresh, have them more fresh for the fourth quarter of football games. So instead of them being worn down in the fourth quarter, they're still out there ready to go. The linebacker position, Bobby O, Mr. Bobby Okereke, man, also going to help with this run defense. Run defense was absolutely atrocious a year ago. Enter a tackling machine and Bobby O. No more questionable tackling at the linebacker position for the New York Giants. You got a guy that we know can bring offensive players to the ground. He's also not bad in coverage as well. So he's going to just help all over the field for the New York Football Giants. Late off-season addition, Isaiah Simmons just brought in a couple of weeks ago to this team, man. But he's a Swiss Army knife, man. And Wink Martindale is absolutely going to know what to do with this guy. He's going to know how to use this guy. We got him for an absolute steal, a 7th-round draft pick from the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, he's kind of underachieved out there, but some people can look at it and say maybe the Cardinals were just using him wrong. Wink Martindale, I believe, will get the absolute most out of Isaiah Simmons, and he's going to be an impact player on this defense, man. You better believe it. Book it. As for the secondary, I think the New York Giants are sneakily putting together one of the best young secondaries in this league, man. And they're gonna have their growing pains, like you said. You starting two rookies on the outsides at the corner spots, you're gonna have your growing pains. In the first round draft pick, Deonte Banks, I believe 6th round draft pick Trey Hawkins, man, who came in and just tore through training camp and took the New York Giants training camp by storm, has earned a starting spot out there, and he absolutely earned every bit of it. This young man had a tremendous camp, 6th round draft pick out of Old Dominion. I mean, you don't expect that from a 6th round draft pick. This kid came in and got after it, man, and which allowed the New York Giants to slide Dory Jackson into the slot position, which helps eliminate some of the mismatches that teams try to create. Because now, with a savvy veteran like a Dory Jackson in the slot, you're not going to be able to just slide your best receiver in there and let him terrorize some poor guy, some poor nickel corner up the middle. You know what I mean? In the middle of that offense, man, in the middle of that defense. So this is going to be key for the New York Giants. And then the safeties, also another good group of young players, man. You got Xavier McKinney, the leader back there in that safety group, man. Hopefully he can be a little more freed up to do some of that ball hawking, and use some of his ball hawking skills, which he definitely has the ability to do. Something that he was brought in to do when we drafted him in the 2nd round a few years ago. And then also Justin Pinnock, man, a young man that just took the training camp by storm as well, showing great ball skills. This kid just has a nose for the football, man, and has a way of making things happen. So watch out for him as well, man. And then Dane Belton also to be mentioned. Another guy just makes some good heads-up plays. So this New York Giants secondary, man, they got a chance to really be special. And I think in the next couple of years, everybody's going to be talking about this group on the New York Giants, man. This New York Giants secondary is definitely looking like something special developing. Wink Martindale is going to absolutely maximize this group's potential, man. And I'm just looking forward to it, man. The Dallas Cowboys also rolling out some good receivers, so they will be tested early against this Dallas Cowboys team. And I know that Dak Prescott, the heady quarterback that he is going to look to test these kids early. He knows he's going against a young group, and he's going to look to test them and exploit them. You know how we try to eliminate that? Get that pass rush going early and get it going often, and try to force Dak into making mistakes. As you saw season ago, he made more mistakes than he ever has before. I'm not saying he's going to come out and do that again this year. He is Dak Prescott. He's a more than capable quarterback. He's a veteran quarterback, and he is considered one of the better quarterbacks in this league. Whatever opinion you may have of him, he does get it done. He has proven to have the ability to get the job done. So you got to get after it. Kayvon Thibodeau, Azeez Ojulari, Jahad Ward, whoever else we rolling out there, you got to get after it, and you got to force the mistakes from Dak Prescott. With that being said, man, I think the New York Giants can get this done, because I think Brian Dable is going to have these guys absolutely ready on prime time in MetLife Stadium against these Dallas Cowboys. And I think this is going to be a high-scoring affair. I believe the New York Giants win this football game 32-28. That's what I said. That's what I believe. And I think it's going down just like that. 32-28, New York Football Giants. And before I get up out of here, make sure immediately following that football game Sunday night, you tune in to MacDaGiantsFan's channel for the True Blue Aftermath immediately following the game. And on Wednesday, don't forget to tune in to another episode of The Real Deal NFC East Roundup with my guy Adam Costas as we break down all the NFC East action for the week. So this one's for you, my guy. Salute to my guy. Rest in peace, NYG Jeffy T. Love you, man. This whole season is for you, my brother. The whole season is for you. dedicating all my work to NYG Jeffrey T, man. That is my guy, the one, the only Jeffrey Turner, man. Love you, brother. I love you, my man. This is your boy, Mac the Giants fan. I'd like to thank you all for listening. If you was feeling this, please take time to subscribe and smack them likes. Feel free to drop a comment and let me know what you think. Don't forget to ring that bell so you know when I'm dropping new content. It's your boy, Mac the Giants fan. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at Mac the Giants fan. That's MacDa Giants fan.